okay? Why are they here? Are they protesting or something? UP pala to eh. The joke. Good day everyone, this is Jason914 and I am back with another video of Cities Skylines, Sunset Shore. Wait, Sunset Shore, isn't that the name of a student band in the Ateneo? That's what, one of my students is part of that, so sorry about that. I meant Sunset Harbor. So in the last episode, we expanded this significantly and got the milestone of a busy town. So we now have 4,600 residents and we have a lot of new policies as well as new roads, okay? And we also have a few industries that we can play with, or rather some utilities. So in this episode, my plan I think would be first to complete the utilities in this area. So I only have a fire and a police station here, and I would like to get the medical station. And aside from completing the utilities in that area, I would like to expand my industry in the forest. I will finally invest on a sawmill just so that I could sell the more advanced products. Okay, and if we have money and time, I'll probably expand this out because this is such huge potential. This is very fertile land. I could probably set up my agricultural area here. To do that, I'll probably have to make this a clover leaf so that I have access to this area. But yeah, this shows a lot of promise. So the first thing that I would like to do would be to install a medical clinic because this area here is short on that. And I will put it somewhere down here. I'll put the medical clinic there. Very good. So we have a medical clinic that will keep the residents of this side of town happy. And aside from the medical clinic, I will also put in the next level of education. But for now, let us put a high school. You can see here that quite a lot of people in this area here have a good level of education. And thus, it will be ideal to put a high school here. I'll put it right across the park. And just because I'm an Ateneo High School teacher, let's name this the Ateneo Junior High School. Again, I'm going to raise the money a little bit more, try to get money going. And then once I do that, I will plan on expanding the industry here. Okay, now my residential demand is insane again, so I need to do something about that. One thing I was thinking about actually would be this area here because this one looks unsightly. I do want to have a continuous road that also goes left to right without intersections. We've already got really good roads that go up and down, no problems. What we need is a road that goes left to right as well. I'm going to put another roundabout here. A small roundabout should do. Let's not overspend my budget a little bit. Let's put it dead smack in the middle. And I'm going to make this expand to the sides as you can see. I'm going to then de-zone some of this area here because it drives me crazy that there's this road here that causes an intersection down the middle. And once they unsettle out of that area, I can then demolish this road, okay? Which is basically this, and then I could expand a little bit downwards. There we go, that's good. I'm going to make this just a three-way roundabout. I don't have to put houses here because I think that will also help decongest the roundabout such that not all of the roundabouts are four-way. Okay, so everything is built around this central area here. I could actually put a city hall down here because this is like the central park. I'm going to go ahead now and put some roads just so we could build a few more houses in the future. So there we go. I think I could then use this area now and expand towards there. My demand for electricity is again reaching its limit, so I'm gonna have to push this up to 120 and 110. I wasted a lot of money again and I didn't get to solve the main problem, which is electrical demand. And I'm going to replace the commercial that I demolished by putting up these. But before that, before I forget actually, I have to make sure that there is a nice pedestrian walkway connection that will join this bit here. Let's expand the residential. As you can see, the Central Park is now on fire. Come on guys, let's raise the budget. Imagine if the fire station catches fire, that'll be ironic. We spent a lot of the 45,000 we had. At least we got really important facilities and a new expansion. I think eventually it would be nice if I develop this to be a high density area. It's like the heart of my town basically. One thing I realized by the way is that these residents here will eventually complain of pollution. So I'm just gonna de-zone this. One thing I could do, I was thinking, would be to make this bit commercial and then just so that I have a buffer zone. But I don't have the demand for it yet, so it's fine. I'll probably line it with trees. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll get my trees down. I'm just gonna line it up like that. There's my tree network. And as you can see, it also helps, I think, with the noise pollution because these are factories, these are machines, and I need some way by which they aren't polluting as much. My industrial demand is also pretty high, so I think I'll raise the tax a little bit. Oh yeah, it's already at 10%. Let's make it 11. Power demand. Okay, I have money to spend. I'm almost out of space in my wind area. I need to solve this problem in the future. This wind generation thing. It's been the Achilles heel of my town ever since the beginning. So when I do have like 100,000, that needs to be my next priority, energy. Because I think I've invested very well in the other utilities, just not energy. One thing I could do would be, I could give into the industrial demand and actually just put some industry down here. I'll start in this section over here. So from here, because already there's a really well-built road anyway, so I'm just gonna expand this out like so. There we go. So we have our first row of industry there. Okay, one thing I will do would be I will loop this out a little bit. I'm just going to put it down as you can see. And I think I will label this area here as generic industry. This demand just doesn't stop. It has to be said. They all like to move into my town. I probably am like a Vico Soto na sobrang pogi, sobrang efficient, nakakaingit. And that's why all of them want to move down into my town right here. So where is the best place by which I could put new housing districts? I wanted to actually preserve this forest. Okay, I wanted this to be like the edge of the town, by which I will do. So I could just connect this up like this, and I was planning to make that lead to the city center of my CBD, which is around here. So which means to say that if I want to preserve this forest, then I'm going to expand out from these areas here like that. I could just fill in some areas here for now, just so we're satisfying the residential demand a little bit better. In order to satisfy this residential demand, one thing I will do would be to set up some, you guessed it, roundabouts. I'll put something down here. I think the idea here is, okay, this is a roundabout. I'm gonna put another one here, and then I'm going to connect these two up like so. I'm going to use this. I'll put in some houses along the riverfront, the waterfront. I decided to put a bit of space just so that it has a bit of space from the main road. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and put in our houses. You know, eventually I'm going to have to remove this connection here just because I want to preserve my status of not having any intersections going from left to right. Actually, while I do have the cash, I'm just gonna make that quick adjustment. I'll demolish this quickly. First objective would be to continue this such that it cuts right across, continues to the other side, and then I'm gonna make sure that this highway link here goes above and beyond, goes above the road and connects us. You could see that's very good. Okay, so at least it has an uninterrupted connection to the other side. And then once I do that, I'm going to expand this out like this and put in the housing districts for the ones that I accidentally demolished. I'll do one thing, and I'll try to plan ahead. I'll try to put in a wind turbine somewhere. I think I'm gonna have to set a new site for a new windmill area because I have money, and I'm sure when it hits the daytime this will run out and I'm starting to hit the limits again. This hill over here looks like a really promising area, so I'll do that. Power demand, yeah, typical. I just put in a new windmill and suddenly they need power. Okay, industrial demand is pretty high again, so I think that gives me the call to expand this out further, put in a bit of space, and then make sure this bends in that direction. My residential demand is peaking again, but at least we have an area here that is pretty much ripe for expansion. Anyway, that was episode 8 of my Cities Skylines video. In this episode, we pretty much had really big expansions, but the important thing is we built the school we choose. Anyway, so we have a school. It's probably morning, that's why there's lots of people here, but at the very least we have a school, we have good utilities, we have a new industrial area, new electrical areas, and pretty much we're set for our city in the long run. We have really good areas that are easy to expand when needed. So with that, I thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. I will try to post content as much as possible during this quarantine period, and keep watching them. Until we meet again in real life, take care, wash your hands, and stay at home.